Hey everybody. Well, I'm kind of doing everything backwards, so I don't know, but I did get the distributors down in there, and it's pointing to number one, and it is at top dead center. And before I did all that, I did prime the oil one more time, and I had oil coming out on both sides where the lifter was open. So that's looking good. We put the radiator in. This radiator, it does leak when it's under pressure, but I'm not too concerned with that for the time being. We got a shop down the street that rebuilds them, and I guess you can buy new ones online, but I'm going to probably get this rebuilt because it's got the way the water system is in this. You see, I got, two tubes going in for the transmission cooling, but that one right down there, that's this. And this would go into the firewall, but I'm bypassing it for now. So, you kind of see what I got going on. And I'm real close to getting this thing, and hopefully she'll crank and start. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, of course, and it's just about getting there. Gotta hook this up. I think I call it a ballast, I can't remember. But it goes like so. The coil, that's an original coil that came with this. It was in the original motor and engine, and I painted it up. I cleaned it up and painted it up the other day, and I tested it, and it's good. And these things, they sell for some hefty money on eBay. I'm a little aggravated. That's what I meant when I said I was doing things backwards. The other 59 that I run that's, complete, and I drive it to shows. When I put that on the road, I had the same thing going. It still is a generator, but I was running points, and that thing I could start it up in the yard and let it run for hours after hours and rev it up and down and all that, and it was fine. The minute I'd go and drive it down the street, the points would burn right up. I mean, I couldn't drive 3 miles without frying the points, and I tried everything you could to try to correct that problem, but I never could correct it. And I had lots of people suggesting things, and I still to this day don't know what went wrong, but I ended up giving up, and I bought one of those HEI type distributors off of eBay. They're cheap. The one I'm going to buy, I'm going to get another one. And that's why I'm saying I think I'm going backwards, is because I've already ordered a couple extra sets of points, and I can't remember what else. But one of those HEI things, you can buy them for like $60, including shipping and handling. And the one that I've gotten, the Pontiac I drive, I put that in there 10 years ago, and it was a cheap low-end one, and that thing always starts right up, knock on wood, and I've never had an issue with it. So I'm planning, if I get this thing started and it runs right and the engine doesn't fall apart, I will take the one out of the Pontiac that's in the garage and put it in here and put the new one in there, because this isn't driving down the road anytime too soon. And I'm going to put this on pause now, and hopefully when I continue on, when I take it off pause, you're going to see me cranking this thing over, and hopefully you'll hear it fire up and make a lot of noise out of my crazy dual exhaust system. Neighbor's going to love it.
Yeah, my whoop-whoops here fell off too when I was a kid. They had a recall on them. Anyways, this is what I wanted to show you. So this is the battery I'm going to put in. I put one of these on it just in case, because, the wiring I got in there isn't too good. But this battery is 6 years old. Actually, it's close to 6.5 years old. And this is one of the ones, I never did it before, and I said, I'm going to give it a try. So I poured the acid out of it, and I flushed it out. I did a double flush. I used the baking soda, and I also used the, I can't remember what it is now, the stuff, foot bath stuff, I think it is. And then when I got done flushing it out, I went to the parts store and I got a box of that stuff, electrolyte that like sell a small box for motorcycles, and I poured that in, and then I used a turkey baster and filled each of the cylinders, or whatever you want to call them, cells, and then they did, the one for the motorcycles wasn't enough, but then I used the old electrolyte and topped it off, and then periodically I charge it. But this thing here, I haven't charged it in over a couple of weeks, and this is outside. It's cold out here, and just to show you, this battery, this is going through all this. It's you see it's a 12.43, which the one that I've got in the Pontiac in the garage, which I run kind of regular, is like a 12.59. So I know this is going to work, especially if I give it a little charge with this. The only reason I'm pointing this out is because flushed with baking soda and added electric light January 2nd, 2023. And after I charged it, it was a 12.65. On January 13th, it dropped to 12.37. So in 2 weeks, it dropped down to that. So it does work. But the people that flush them out and just throw the old acid back in, I think that's where they have failures. And you got to put some new electrolyte in.
About to start, I checked everything there is. I polarized the voltage regulator, and I hooked up. It's all hooked up, and I did turn the key once, and I saw the amp meter draw back, and I got this here, hoping to pour a little air through the radiator, and I got this gas tank thing hooked up, and hopefully the gas will flow, and she'll start, and we're gonna find out. So let's see what happens. Keep it going, just. I see. Keep it going. Hey, it might run. It might backfire out there because I don't really have the timing set. I got a dwell meter hooked up, and we might be able to do something. So there is gas in there, huh? Yep. All right. But you heard it. That's pretty good. What are you pouring? Gas. Let me try adjusting that distributor timing a little bit. I don't know which way to turn it, but I'm going to go clockwise a little bit. See what that does. All right. Going back the other way. No, it's a bunch. That's gas. No? That's water. Where's that coming from? Water from here? I don't know. Must be. That's water. Damn. I don't know. Where was that coming from? It's coming out of the carburetor. But that ain't gas. I can't smell because, stupid. Shut it. Well, I got the carburetor off that Pontiac again. I started it up, and it ran fine, as you saw. And then the next day, I go out to start it again, and got another flood. This thing dropped, it's got gas in it. This is the third time I've had one of these brass-type ones do this to me. I bought 3 of them off of eBay, quite a long time ago, because I like the originality of it. But this is the third one I put in, and the third one that within a day. This was one night, and boom, it's got fuel in it, so it won't float. Bought them off eBay. Some guy selling them says they're made in USA, and he's got this nice little thing up there. Well, I'll never buy them again. Now, the Pontiac you see here, like I said, I had 2 of them dropping that, and then I had this one left, and I thought I'd put it in this carb. But in one night, it's filled with fuel and dropped. So I went with one of these plastic jobs, and that's what I wound up putting in this after the second one dropped. And the plastic one that's in there has been in there for over 3 years for sure, without a problem. So that's been my experience. All right, we're going to try it one more time, maybe 10 more times, I don't know. But I got the carburetor back on, and this time the carburetor does have a float in it, and it's got that top gasket on there, so hopefully, I'm still not sure how good the timing is on this. We may get another flash out of there, but let's see what happens. It's going to take a little while anyways, because to get the fuel up to the carburetor. Battery sounds weak. You say it's a gasoline there? I don't think we're going to get the start. I think if the battery's too weak.